Okay, done. Okay, so let's look at our first MCQ. Whoops, whoops. Okay, this one. Okay, let's look at question number one. The diagram below shows, I hope you guys are ready. Nila, I hope you guys are ready. I repeat again. Okay, the diagram below shows the mouths, okay, of four different animals. Which of the animals would most likely prey on small animals? Okay, so they're looking at the structure of mouths. So it's a structural adaptation here. Adapted to what? Okay, adapted to their feeding habits. Okay, you can talk about feeding habits, or you can say that it's their diet also can. Okay, because if let's say, okay, an animal feeds on maybe earthworms, for example only, okay, then maybe their mouths would be more adapted to maybe poke into the sand to find the earthworm in the sand rather than having a mouth like maybe like this. Okay, look at this animal's mouth. This one, don't it's not really a good way, a good mouth to have for you to be able to dig effectively into the sand to find an earthworm. Correct or not? Okay, I would say something like this better, but not the best also lah, but better lah compared to something like this. Okay, so the mouth, a structure, okay, is must be very well equipped to be able to hunt and feed on their prey. So, AKA their feeding habits and their diet play a very important influence on how they are shaped. Okay, so if you talk about preying on small animals, okay, this one is confirmed must be carnivores lah. Okay, you're talking about carnivorous animals, so they need to be able to um, grip the prey tightly by the mouth so that they cannot escape. Once they catch the prey already, okay, they cannot escape. That means they must have teeth that are sharp, okay, in order to dig into their prey, kill the prey, tear the flesh of their prey. Okay, all these things must be taken into consideration. So if you look at all the marks, E is the first thing that you must think like is confirm plus chop. They confirm feed on small animals one. Confirm is A because you already see wow shark fangs like tiger like that. And you know tiger can hunt smaller animals or bigger in fact sometimes, right? Okay, so A is A is a definitely correct answer. Okay, other than that, okay, I move one by one now. B, I don't think so, right? Because look at the mouth of B. By the way, you know which part is the mouth or not? Because there's not really a very like if you think about a mouth, you will immediately think about this our kind of mouth structure. But animal B is probably an insect, right? And an insect you don't expect to have this kind of mouth or a beak even. So the mouth of animal B is actually this part, the curly part like that. Okay, but not this one now. So it's probably the feelers or the antennae of the. Wait, let me check the spelling. Antennae correct. Okay, let's not put that. Let's put feelers. Also can. Okay. All right. So this one is more about to feel their to navigate for navigation purposes to feel their way around their environment. This one is more likely the mouth. Okay, if I want to try and be a little bit more accurate, I would probably say that this is a proboscis, something like a long structure to be able to like insert into tiny spaces in flowers maybe to find nectar. Okay, so definitely not adapted to hunt or feed on small animals lah. Unless you say they poke into the animal's body and suck their blood out. Okay, cannot lah, not like that lah. Okay, animal C. Okay, so I'll cancel B. Okay, so the option all know B. Okay, animal C is you can see the end of the beak is very sharp, so very equipped to tear off the flesh of the small animals. So I would say C is can be accepted. Okay. Then after that, animal D is the problem. Animal D, okay, the diet of animal D. You look at the teeth. Got any very sharp teeth or not? Got a bit, right? If you look closely, got a little bit. There's the sharp edges here. This one also quite sharp lah. Very different compared to the upper to the upper part of the mouth, okay, where the teeth is more flat. Correct. Or not? Why I highlight that part? It should be this part. Okay, it's flatter. Whereas this one is more got like a curved edge at the end, sharper. Okay, so this one, animal D, is very unique. Animal D's mouth teeth, all right, is actually very similar to ours because if you ever open, of course, confirm lah, you will open your mouth to brush your teeth before, right? Then you observe your set of teeth, then there's a mix of the sharper ones and the flatter ones, right? Our fangs and the molars at the back, which is flatter. So animals D diet probably, right, is a mix of both plants and animals. Animals, they use this one to tear off the flesh for if they need or when they feed on like plants, okay, then they might use this one to grind the plants into smaller pieces for digestion. Okay, so this one I would probably say the diet is he's an omnivore. Oh my god, omnivore. Animal C probably carnivorous diet, and then animal A probably carnivore as well because I don't see any very flat teeth here. Okay, so the best answer for question number one is C. I think most of you who did the worksheet got it correct. Only got like one or two who got it wrong. Okay, questions? No? Wow, Caitlin very chilled out. Caitlin, sit properly, Caitlin. Why you like that? Oh my god, really like by the beach. Okay, question number two. During a period of drought is simply means that it's a long period with little or no rainfall. Okay, so that means you expect like if a country or a place has a period of drought, okay, it probably means that that place is gonna be very, very, very dry. Lack of water. Okay, lack of water. So what will happen to the fishes in the pond when this happens? Because the water in the pond evaporated and dried up. And then this is a pond, by the way. A pond is not joined up like a river joins up to a sea. Pond is an isolated piece of like water body. Okay? Wait, Sydney was saying something. What? I know what animal C is eagle. Okay, okay, great. Please, people, students, you must not anyhow. Anyone entered? Okay, nobody. You must not anyhow name the animals if the question never asks you to name. This is very important, especially in open-ended. Okay? In open-ended questions, they say animal A, B, C, D. If they never say what could animal C be, if they never say that, you don't anyhow say eagle, just say animal C. Why? Because there's so many species of these carnivorous birds, not only eagles have this very curved and sharp beaks like this. Okay? So cannot assume. Okay? See, be very careful. It looks like a yeti. I have no idea why you say that. You've seen a yeti before, is it? B look like a hairy beard. Sam Random, what is animal D? It looks like the sky. This one, they only show the mouth, see? That's why you can't really. That's why I say cannot. Don't bother, don't stress yourself out asking what is the animal. No need. All you have to do is look at the shape of the teeth of the mouth and then make your own conclusions based on what the question wants. Okay, don't care what animal they are. They're not asking you to identify. Like that, you're just stressing yourself out unnecessarily. Okay, Sini? Sini? Okay? Okay, so back to this question. What will happen to the fishes in the pond if the pond dried up? What if they actually ask? If they actually ask, they wouldn't expect you to know like very the not so common animals lah. Usually the common animals they will ask like hippopotamus. I think I pronounced that wrongly, but never mind. Elephants, dolphins, sharks, those kind of things. But if they never ask like this, the point of the question is not that. Okay, Hasana? Okay, so don't stress, don't stress. Oops. Okay, so back to this question number two. Okay, so what will happen to the fishes? Let's look at A. There will be a decrease in the number of fishes. Why? This one, decrease in the number of fishes. Actually, to phrase it with the keyword, right? I would say, not say number, but I would say population. Okay, because we learned in the topic before this, we learned about food chain for web. We learn about the term populations. So I always encourage my students to write population instead of number. I'm not saying it's not accepted for PSLE lah, but if you learn how to use the terms, then the term will like it'll become more familiar to you, and how to use it also you'll be more comfortable using it. Okay, which is better actually. Okay, so how come the population of fishes would decrease is because of death. Correct or not? Because like the one very important thing fishes need in order to survive is water. No water, their gills cannot exchange oxygen. Because they have gills, so they are only adapted to get oxygen via the gaseous exchange with water. Okay, in water, not with water, in water. Okay, so with no water, the gills can't take in oxygen from the air like us. So they will die because they cannot due to no respiration. They cannot respire. Okay, can we just put all this down in case you need, in case this kind of context or situation appears in open-ended and they ask why, blah, blah, blah. So you actually have some, or you remember, hang on now, you remember some points as to the reason why they die, the fishes die. You cannot just say, oh, they die because they got no water. Like, what's the significance of water in this case, you know? So you must be a bit more specific. No water means they cannot respire because the gills cannot conduct gaseous exchange. No water, ma. Okay? All right. So A is a true statement, but let's see whether the rest is true also or not. Okay, with that, we can cancel option C because option C no A. Okay, B, there will be an increase in the number of fishes. Not true. It's the opposite of A. So you know that it's not true. How come suddenly, wow, no water, they cannot have energy to reproduce, suddenly increase in population number? Very weird, right? Okay, so it's improbable, cannot. See, they will begin they will begin feeding on non-aquatic animals. Can you imagine if one day somewhere one dries up and then suddenly the fishes rise up and begin hunting for land animals? It's like some science fiction show that you only see in movies. This one doesn't happen. Okay, they are not adapted to live on land without water. They cannot. So why would they suddenly go and feed on land animals? Non-aquatic animals simply means land dwellers lah. Okay, land animals. Okay, they would migrate to another pond. How? They jump across, is it? Cannot. Okay, cannot. It doesn't happen. Maybe in cartoons. Okay, but so then the answer is only A. Okay, anyone want to fight me with this? No, I hope everyone agrees with me. Nela, you keep changing your name so much, Nela. Make up your mind. What's your identity? Okay, question number 3. The following diagram shows how different species of plants are dispersed. Which of the following does this one represent? Okay, so you have the sea and you have the coast. The coast simply means the land that is beside the sea lah. Okay, the coastal area. Okay, you look at the star one. The star ones are dispersed right along the, I cannot say riverbank, right? This one sea. Okay, the coastline, let's say. Okay, the coastline is the one nearest to the sea area. Okay, so this one is like definitely this one dispersed by water lah. Cannot say anything else. Okay, the seeds here or the fruits here are dispersed by water because of the way the plant growth, the plant pattern is like lah. Okay, then if you take a look at this cluster of dots, literally you can describe them as a cluster of plants. Okay, you use this word cluster. Cluster simply means that the plants are growing very near to each other, okay, not dispersed far. So this is actually a characteristic of what kind of dispersal method? Maybe the fish becomes sharp. Sounds silly also a bit.